Have we commented on Captain Kreegs' beard since?
Dude, are we recording? Like, are we live?
We're
now?
live. We're live.
All right.
I'll throw this in.
All right. So the first thing I thought of when I saw Captain Kreegs' beard when we started up here is like he's starting to look a little bit like a Muppet.
Dude, Animal. What? He's looking like Animal.
Exactly.
Yes, I like it.
Y'all just hate.
Getting furry.
Yeah.
Dude, it's freaking long.
It is.
It's gonna be nice because I'm like
it that long.
No,
that's definitely
never.
the longest that I've ever seen it for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's gonna be really interesting because I'm gonna post. I think it's like episode 47 tomorrow for YouTube. So they're a couple episodes behind, and then we missed one video because it didn't record. So like the difference in Captain Kreegs' beard at that point until now, like that's probably close to a month old episode that I'm going to be posting on there. Yeah. Like we're going to be able to see a month of growth for Captain Kreegs' beard.
Nice. Very nice.
It's going to be impressive. Nice Dunder Mifflin hat, by the way.
Yeah, that is quality.
You like that?
That's a good hat.
It's one of my favorite presents this year. It's a birthday present from Lem.
I'm a big hat guy, as you guys know, and I get ridiculed pretty regularly for like the amount of hats I have. You know how many like baseball style caps I have?
That nut didn't fall far from the tree then.
No, like legit. I only have 4.
Oh.
And I get ridiculed for having too many of them. Yeah, for having too many of them.
Dude,
wow.
Like
if I could,
400.
like all those shelves that are right next to Goose and the shelves behind me, they would be full of like baseball. I love baseball hats. Like I would fill those up, and I like long-term goals when we make it big in this podcast. I want us to all wear different hats every single episode.
Yeah, I could really totally do that right now. So probably supply.
I was just gonna say,
all y'all a different hat for every episode.
I can do that right now.
I definitely can't. Like, it's a sad existence. I need a hat rack. If anybody out there, the guide, our cousin who we were just with this weekend, build me a hat rack. He's a carpenter type guy. Build me a hat rack. I need a hat rack. I'll hang it up. If you build it for me, I'll hang it up like right behind me here somewhere, and I'll credit you for it. I'll like put your name on it or something like that, so everybody on the podcast.
Hat rack.
Yeah, the guide's hat rack.
Nice.
I think he listens, so he'll know.
Okay. I actually threw away some hats a couple weeks ago.
Dang.
Yeah, that's unusual. I'm pretty sure there's at least one tote of hats in our basement of Captain Kreegs' as well.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to introduce the pod at some point?
Yeah.
Here, recording.
Sure. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? We are occasionally coherent, and I am Captain Kreegs here with my. We haven't had to do this in a while, so random adjective.
I don't think I got an adjective last week either.
No, you did not.
Was it just
my
me last week?
bewildered co-hosts, Goose and KC?
Yes. Was that like a fancy word for surprised, right?
Yeah, pretty
Something
much.
like
that.
Basically,
or just confused and surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that describes me pretty well. Confused and surprised at the same time. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I will say when we sat down and I looked at Captain Kreegs' beard, I was bewildered.
Yes. His outfit in general. Although I gotta say, I'm taking another page from the old man's book here, and I'm rocking like relatively like business casual attire up top. Yeah. Totally rocking the sweatpants, man.
Nice, attaboy.
Yeah, sweatpants and hey dudes. So
I definitely,
there we go.
I definitely have that today too. I have.
Yeah.
There you go. This is actually a Ralph Lauren shirt.
Actually, this is a Ralph Lauren
business.
This is a polo.
Nice, yeah.
Vest.
Business shirt with a camo top.
Nice.
Which is actually kind of nice. Eddie Bauer.
You're rocking sweatpants. When's the last time you wore a pair of like
sweatpants?
When's the last time you wore a pair of like dress pants? Besides like not like for like a wedding or something like that. When's the last time you tossed on a pair of dress pants?
I wear them for Illuminati once in a while.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, no. I like for work.
Right, yeah.
This is going to sound really funny. So I think I said on the pod that I have a new position as of a couple months ago.
Right.
And I only had one interview, and I got the job, so it went very well.
Because you're a boss.
There you go. And I actually put on dress pants because I didn't want them to say, "Hey, let's go ahead and stand up. I want to see what you're wearing."
They would say that.
Like, here's the thing, man.
Dude, it's such an irrational fear.
That's true. Yeah, that's an irrational professional fear. Like,
it is probably, yeah. But it's like, I'm not taking a chance. Dude, also, it's kind of cool to just watch Captain Kreegs' background.
I was just going to say, he's got the 3D
cruising
printer
around on the 3D printer.
That'll be fun to remove that sound later on. Thanks, Captain Kreegs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even that loud.
No, actually, I was able to remove
my
it
microphone
pretty well
doesn't pick it up.
You had it going.
I can't hear it at all.
I can't hear it all right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's like a tiny little beep. Every time it changes direction, there's like a tiny little beep.
Oh.
But other than that, it's pretty dang quiet, to be honest.
Dude, when's the last time all three of us were on the pod together?
It's been like 3 weeks, I think.
Before Christmas.
It was when we were all
Christmas.
together. When
we
Captain
all
Kreegs
did it
was in studio. The one time, the one time we were all in studio and the cameras didn't work. So
that's right.
We only got audio of that episode for sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say we're kind of coming off a flurry of activities here this last weekend and last couple weeks
like
too.
Family activities.
Yeah.
It was funny. Lem actually went to Wisconsin this last weekend for the first time by herself. For a bridal shower for one of the cousins, young T. Frey, his soon-to-be wife. Her bridal shower was up there this weekend, and then Casey and the gang came down to Iowa for a bachelor party. So it was kind of funny. I think we had a pretty dang good time down here. They came down to Iowa because sports betting is legal in Iowa, and it is not in Minnesota or Wisconsin. So
it was a sports betting bachelor party.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah,
nice.
So we ended up going to the casino. That's 15 minutes down the road from me. We were there for like 10 hours, I think.
Were you really?
Yeah, we were there for a while.
Oh, yeah, we were there for a long time.
What were you doing?
Watching sports.
Betting, watching sports. We played blackjack for a while.
Yeah,
a
couple.
Yeah, but it was pretty laid back, but it was a lot of fun.
Cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain
T. Frey had a good time.
Yeah, he's the one who came out ahead the most. Like, I think him and Captain Kreegs came out ahead, and the rest of us donated to the cause.
Hey, man, I came out ahead.
Yep. That's true. That's true. We placed the bet for the Goose, and he he came out ahead. I got to give you your bet slip so you can cash it in. It's in my wallet.
Oh, you brought it home?
Yeah, you can cash it. I think you can cash it in online.
Oh, nice.
No, you can't.
Captain Kreegs wasn't going to go down to the casino to get you $20, so.
Hey, man, what the heck? It should be 40.
Literally.
It should be almost $40.
Nope, it's not. You didn't get that line.
What do you?
No, it is.
I should have won.
Yeah, you paid 20 and won 20, so he'll get like 40.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, whatever.
Hey, man.
But anyway, so I was introduced to the world of sports betting, and now I actually have a parlay going on the championship game tonight. Yeah. So it was pretty funny. I was making jokes kind of the whole time that I cannot get involved in sports betting because it will become a problem for me. Because like I have a pretty addictive personality. Like, so if I start something new, like I'm all in, like I'm gung ho for it. Yep. And usually that's okay because there's some sort of ROI on most of my endeavors. But with sports betting, there's a potential for a zero in that category. Exactly. So, So I kept making fun of it, saying, I can't get involved.
Technically, it'd be a negative ROI.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. So I downloaded the Barstool app because you get $10 free. So I'm playing with house money tonight.
Oh, there you go.
With the potential to win big. Yeah, we were having a lot of fun, like coming up with like the most ridiculous parlays that you could think of.
Oh,
that, like in the grand scheme of things, each of those things have a great chance of happening, but all of those things at the same time happening, not going to happen. So that's what we were doing. So it was like we were betting like $5 with the potential to win 400.
Well, yeah, that's what you
like
do.
That.
Yeah.
Like that's how you make the money, man.
Yeah.
So it was good. We had a good time. Yeah, I don't know. It was.
Did T-Phrase parlay come through?
No, it ended up not going through.
No, he didn't get Alvin Kamara. Didn't score twice.
Yep, I think that was the last thing he needed on that one. Although I had
really?
I had one where I was down to one thing, and I would have came out pretty ahead for the weekend if it would have hit, and that was because the Chiefs didn't cover and Patrick Mahomes needed to throw one more touchdown. If he would have thrown the touchdown, the Chiefs would have covered, and I would have gotten, because I needed him to throw 3 touchdowns. So. Yeah, I was pretty close on a couple of them, but then yeah, we had a great time. It's a long drive down there, but it was a good time hanging out with the guys, BSing and all that fun stuff. We took the guide's fancy new truck down there.
That's what I predicted. That's what I predicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a nice truck.
Yeah. But
yeah, sounds like it. So yeah, I think we had a good time. I guess we can get the perspective from the other side of the coin. Goose, how was your weekend? Lem said she had a pretty good time.
Yeah, so as Captain Kreegs mentioned, Lem came up here while the guys were down there and came to the bridal shower. And so on Saturday, since we didn't have anything else going on, we decided to get Casey's finance and Lem to
finance my wife
to Eau Claire. Well, yeah, wife, I guess. To Eau Claire for some sushi and some shopping. And of course, Lem was a little leery, I think, because she wasn't like worldly to the ways
She's
of
never
the sushi.
Been to yeah, exactly.
But she had some before, I guess. But Casey's wife is a big-time sushi person as well as myself, and so we kind of talked her into it. Well, and under the guise of the place that we went was all you could eat, and also had a hibachi bar. So there were some non-sushi options if she didn't want sushi.
Right. Yeah.
But I think ultimately we may have turned her, and I think Lem is now on the sushi. I don't know if I want to say bandwagon, but at least a pro sushi person.
Yes,
so now
definitely pro
Captain
sushi.
Kreegs is up against that, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, the request was put out to have sushi for lunch today, and I was like,
today already?
Not happening. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So we'll see how far that goes, because I'm not like I tell people, I've had sushi before, but I've never had sushi that has like made me think, oh man, sushi is so good.
Yeah.
You know, it's all been like super underwhelming. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a pro sushi guy. I've been having sushi for a long time. One of my buddies, actually, I think the first time I had sushi was with Robot Opera.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and of
really?
course he's a big foodie. So he one day for lunch he suggested a place that was a big sushi place in St. Paul, and so we went there, and he kind of gave me the lowdown on sushi, and then ever since then I would get it for lunch once in a while back at the office. And there's a couple places up in the cities that do a good job with sushi, so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Cool.
We shopped a little. I think I ended up being the person that actually bought stuff, but I think Casey's wife and Lem had fun. We just kind of hung out and
it certainly
talked
sounds like it.
And shopped around a little bit, saw some fun stuff, and yeah, it was nice. Nice afternoon. And then pretty much Lem and I pretty much played Pokemon the rest of the day on Saturday. Did some trading and
Yeah.
stuff in BDSP on the Switches, and
I would like to share
some
with the
fun.
pod the text message that I received on Saturday night
Yes.
too.
The
by
what?
way.
Yes.
the text.
Let me see if
Yep.
I can find it here.
Who from? From me?
Well,
No, from
Lem.
Lem.
Oh, from Lem. Okay.
Oh, God darn it. Where is it here? I didn't prepare for this, but I just saw it, or I just thought of it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
All right.
So I told her that I lost $30 betting on sports, but I won $200 at the blackjack table.
Nice.
And she sent like a bunch of yays, and then double texted me and said, "Dude, your dad is over here snoozing at the controller." So,
Yes.
if you needed
Yes.
any more proof that Goose was an old man,
There you go. That did happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's very good at all of a sudden you look up and the screen hasn't changed in about 15 minutes, and you look over and
No,
Goose
it's
is
not
just slumped over in the
15
chair.
minutes. It's like 2
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I wake up
No. I don't
for
know about
5,
that.
and then I go to sleep for about 2, and then I wake up for about 5.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
definitely the
It's just
same
an
way.
awkward situation all around.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that,
Yeah.
Lem.
I'm definitely the same
Yeah,
way. So,
so
don't
I
feel
was
too
like,
bad.
I told her,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, don't worry about it. He'll wake up. He's good at doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I told her. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know, Casey, did you have anything that you wanted to add to that?
No, it was a great weekend, and I think we introduced the world of sports betting to a couple of people that might be venturing back into there rather soon. One person's already back in, so it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It makes games that
I did
don't,
tell.
I know, like, obviously, like, bet responsibly, blah blah blah, all of that stuff. If you have problems, call the 1-800 number. I don't know what the rest of it is, but
Call the number that Peyton Manning tells you to
exactly. Like, just
Okay.
bet responsibly and enjoy yourself, and be fully prepared to lose whatever money you spend. But
call. Right.
it's a lot of fun, and it can help. Like, on a slow football weekend, like, how many of the games this weekend didn't matter because last games of the year, teams are resting guys, or teams are out of the playoffs already, so it doesn't really matter much to them. So it was a really interesting, like, weekend to really bet on some games and stuff like that. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I lost money, but I would say the money that I lost definitely is worth the amount of fun that I had, and the amount of enjoyment that I got out of it. So
Good. That's good.
Yeah, it definitely made it a lot of fun. We also learned to not place prop bets on the late games that end after 9 o'clock.
yes.
Oh.
because they take a while to become
Yes.
official, and we were like literally
Yeah.
sitting. We were sitting there long enough waiting for the person to be able to cash that bet, that we were standing next to a blackjack table, that I sat down, put $30 down, and doubled my money and got back up, and they still weren't able to cash their bet.
Yeah.
And I was the only one at the table. Like, I sat down at an empty, like,
geez.
$10
Yeah.
blackjack
Yeah,
table.
Casey played against the dealer for 15 minutes.
Yeah. I won.
Yeah, it was
Like,
kind of
it was
funny.
fun.
There you go.
He did.
Did you leave
yeah.
him a tip?
Yeah.
No, I did not. He was kind of rude, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, the deal.
Yeah, he was like not having it. I kind of watched him.
Yeah,
and
he,
was
like, I
the
sat
dude-
down and
I
he
don't
was-
get that when a blackjack dealer like
yeah.
doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, like, I sat down and he kind of like gave me a look, and like the shoot was probably it was pretty close to ending.
He had like 3 or 4 hands.
He had like
left
3
in
or
the
4
shoe.
hands left, but because I was the only person there, it lasted a little bit longer, and I think that kind of like irritated him for some reason, because then when he started when he was like, okay, we got to start a new shoot, and I was like, okay, can I like color up or get these chips knocked down to smaller ones? He literally just straight up ignored me. And I was like, all right. So I grabbed my chips and I left. Like, whatever, bud. Like, I probably would have tossed him 5, but nope, didn't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some good times. But anyway, I kind of I had 2 things here that I had saved up on my computer. to kind of talk about that are just kind of things that make me laugh. The first one is a car thing, so like big surprise, right?
Right.
But so people know that we talk about like Hellcat, right? Like that's kind of the top of the line car for like domestic car for North America. And it first came about in 2015. The Challenger Hellcat was the first Hellcat. And VIN number 001 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat sold at a charity sale for Barrett Jackson. Does anybody want to guess what the price tag for Hellcat number 1 was at the auction?
So this is a charity auction.
Charity auction. I'm gonna bet.
Not even a regular auction. It's a charity auction.
I'm gonna go $625.
I'm gonna go
$625.
Yes.
I'm gonna go 1.4 mil.
Wow, it's kind of right in the middle of both of you. It sold for $825,000.
There you go.
I didn't think it would crack 1 million, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be more than like 500,000 because it's charity. But
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize that that's a little bit overinflated.
yeah,
Since it's a charity auction,
Yeah.
because basically when you're a rich mofo that makes a lot of income, you spend that
Yeah,
money
you have to
so that you
donate
can
a lot of it.
reduce
So you don't
your
have to pay
taxes.
taxes on
Right.
exactly.
it. Yeah.
But still, that's a lot
Exactly.
of money for a domestic car, that's for sure. I mean, that's a lot of money
No
for any
shit,
car, let's
right?
be real, but especially for a domestic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Does anybody want to guess what color it is?
Black.
Number 1?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say black.
You're gonna say black. If you're gonna say black, then I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm
Here,
gonna
so
say.
I'll give you options. I'll be nice to you. All
Okay,
right.
give
So
me.
here
options.
was the lineup in 2015 of colors. Tor Red, which is bright ass fire engine red.
Mm-hmm.
Sublime Green, which is basically like kind of a highlighter green
Yep,
color.
yep.
Red Line Tricoat, which is like a darker, duller red. Pitch Black, which is black. Jazz Blue is like a navy blue. Ivory Tricoat is white. Well, it is a white, I should say, because they also have Granite Crystal, which is like a gray color. Bright White, which is another white. Billet Metallic, which is silver. B5 Blue, which is like electric blue. And Phantom Black, which is a different kind of black. So that's 11 colors. So bright red, bright green, dark red, black, white, gray, dark blue, light blue.
I'm actually gonna go with the green, the bright green.
Sublime.
I'll stick with the
Sublime.
black.
Stick with black.
Yeah.
Well, you both are wrong.
It's gonna be one of the red colors, isn't it?
Yep, it's red line tricoat color is Hellcat number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So just kind of a cool little note. You know, it's they basically recently announced that the Hellcat is going to be done with production after 2023.
Oh, that's right.
That's the last year of the Hellcat. So it's just kind of cool to see it come up. You know, it's basically going to be a museum piece here. It probably already is, to be honest. But
Sure.
you know, I know where Hellcat number 1, 2, 3, and 4 all are. I know who owns them, not personally, but I know who owns them. I don't know where Demon number 1 is, actually. I haven't done any kind of research on Demon number 1.
Huh.
But yeah, so it's just kind of a cool little snippet that popped up. You know, $825,000 is not chump change by any means for a Hellcat that's what is it now, 7-8 years old almost.
I mean, I think that says a lot too about the collector value of Hellcats in general.
Right.
You know, because if somebody is feeling strong enough that the first one is worth that much, that means all the rest of them are worth something from a collector perspective, assuming obviously that they're in collectible condition. Excuse me, but that, you know, it does say something, because there's plenty of other number 1s out there that are never going to get even close to that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just kind of a cool little thing. And then the second thing I had it happened to me today. I wasn't like in the mood to play any kind of like video game or anything, which is another thing that I wanted to talk about. Is some video game stuff, but so I just started watching some YouTube, and I was about an hour in when I typed in this search to my bar. And then I probably spent another 2 hours on YouTube this afternoon. Yeah, right.
You went down a rabbit hole.
So I was an hour in, and I searched for crazy courtroom moments. That's in my search bar still. And the video that is up currently is not my proudest VR moments. And it's a VR chat video of funny moments. Nice. So it's just like I don't know how the hell I got from crazy courtroom moments to funny VR moments. So just kind of gave me a chuckle when I minimized my screen at one point, and I was like, oh my god, like I forgot that was what I searched for.
I mean, I don't know if our listeners know, there's a little bit of backstory to that around the VR, the Oculus,
right?
Yeah, because Captain
that was kind of what I was going to lead
Casey
into. There.
Both have those things now, and I'm on the outside looking in, and
like a chump.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
You're not a big you're not a big heights guy, so I feel like there's definitely like reason to be like, it's not really probably my thing. So I understand that.
But you can avoid heights.
I definitely think I'll get one at some point. I just I don't know. I think part of it is Pokemon game just came out. There's gonna be another one coming out in a couple weeks. I think once I get a month into that one, maybe I'll start thinking about I'm kind of a one game at a time type guy. Yeah. I just know I'm going to be dedicating some time to that. So, plus I got a lot of other stuff going on that I need to spend time on in the house and doing some remodeling and such. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, so kind of building off of what Goose said there about the VR thing. Me and Casey have definitely been exploring the world of VR. Casey, do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. Like, I definitely didn't think that I would have as much fun as I have, and there's definitely been moments. So we played, I think, like 2 nights last week or something like that. And literally each time, like, once I sat down and we were done, like, my side literally was hurting because we were just all laughing so hard at the things that we were able to do.
Yeah. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
it's
like,
some of the
you just
funnest video
goof
games
around
ever.
the whole time. Like, it was
yeah,
great.
like, you get nothing done. It's just hilarious. Yeah. Like, me and Casey, I mean, I'm just turned 28 and Casey just turned 26.
Yep.
And we've been playing video games since we were very young. And we have played a lot of video games together. We kind of each have a built-in system of, you got somebody to play with when you want to play with somebody.
Right.
And I definitely made the claim last week that the first night we had playing VR together was the most fun I've ever had playing video games with Casey. Yeah, and it was so freaking funny. Yeah. It was like literally I laughed so hard that it fogged up my VR headset because my tears were rolling down my face and I was sweating too.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was a lot of fun for sure.
That is funny.
So
jeez.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend that you get one, Goose, because I think that you would enjoy it as much as we do.
Yeah. I said, I probably will at some point. It's just gotta get the right timing.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have room for it too.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Part of the timing is getting the room for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it sitting down, I guess, too, but
I'd probably
there's kind of you can rationalize it more if you say that it's also an exercise thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Like I mean, I'd use the treadmill at least a couple times a week, so I mean, I can definitely get some exercise from from a VR system too. So for something different, a little upper body.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, Goose or Casey, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Have you guys ever had that moment where you get like caught up on a TV show that you've been kind of binging? So it's got like a few past seasons, and then you binge it, and now you're on the current season, and then you finish the current season. So you had like 5 seasons worth of content that you got to enjoy in a very short period of time, and now you're just sitting there waiting for like probably over a year until you get a new episode, because that's where I'm at right now.
Definitely.
I finished up the 4th season of Yellowstone yesterday, and now I gotta wait until like November of next year until I get to watch a new episode.
Nice.
Yeah,
I definitely hit that with Umbrella Academy. That was one.
Yeah.
And then the other show that American Horror Story, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, this is going back a ways. Mm-hmm. And then another one was Orphan Black.
Sure. Yep.
Where I got to the end. And I was like, dude, I kind of want more.
Yeah. Right. Like it's like it was. I don't know, man. Well, and so it didn't help. So I watched that, and then I've been watching this Mayor of Kingstown on Paramount Plus, which Captain Kreegs, I do still recommend you watch it because Jeremy Renner is really, really good in that show.
I've heard so many people say that show is really good.
So I definitely recommend it. I think you will like that one. I don't think that you would like Yellowstone, but I think that you will like that one for sure. And they finished up their first season there, and the last 2 episodes, like it's not like a slow burn like whatsoever. Like there's a lot of action, a lot of like, wow, this is like insane pretty much through the entire season, but the last 2 episodes, it's just throw everything out the window, man. Like this shit just hits the fan, and it hits the fan really, really hard, and it's awesome. So definitely recommend that.
What is that on?
Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've
got a I mean, I would definitely, I feel that well, I guess I can admit the numbers to the pod. I don't think I've ever admitted the numbers, but it's by my hat you can tell that I'm a big Office fan. Mm-hmm. And so I recently finished time number 29 watching the entire Office saga or series. I've watched them through 29 times in my life. I started keeping track after like time number 10. And I put some numbers together, and I should pull them up here so that we can read them all together. If I can pull it up here. So I've watched the entire show of The Office 29 times, and this is based off of like the original airing, or the original Netflix length mostly, is what is the number that I can find. It's different now because of Superfan episodes, so the number is probably increased by like maybe 1 or 2%, just based on those extended episodes. But 29 times is 2,146 hours of watching The Office. For those keeping track at home, that's 90 days. Or 3 months. And like I said, it's that number is probably just a little south of where the actual number is.
Yeah.
So I've spent a lot of time watching The Office, and every time it ends, even if I'm starting it again right away, I get that feeling where it's now what?
Yeah.
What do I do with my life now?
Right, yeah.
Because you get so involved.
Right, you feel like and that's I think that's what separates a good show from like a great show, and that kind of thing. Like those great shows, like you feel like lost because you're so like it's a part of what you're doing at that time, kind of thing.
Yeah. So if we're talking TV, are we gonna talk about Star Wars Sopranos? I mean Boba Fett.
Star Wars Sopranos.
The man's not wrong. I think we can. Why don't we give?
Gosh.
Because we'll do like a full review of the series once finished, but we can do like a quick like spoiler free initial thoughts. So we've got 2 episodes to air.
Okay.
Goose, you kind of shared a little bit of what your initial thoughts are there.
Exactly.
So yeah, go ahead, Goose. What do you got?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to, no spoilers, so I won't really get into it too far, but it's definitely like not your typical Star Wars show. I
Sure.
don't know if that's...
It's hard to say typical Star Wars show because there hasn't been a ton of them, but I know what you're saying.
I think maybe here's the part of it. Typical Star Wars show, you have a hero.
Yep.
This show, we don't have a hero, at least not yet.
Yeah, sure, okay.
So it's like you kind of like you start watching it like at the very beginning. You're like, oh, Boba Fett, cool character, da da da. And then, we're 2 episodes in and you're kind of reminded that actually Boba Fett's a bad guy. Or at least so far he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying there.
He's not
I mean, that statement right there is going to trigger a lot of people by you saying Boba Fett is a bad guy.
What's that?
That statement will trigger a lot of people.
Yeah. Well,
because, I mean, I certainly do not believe that Boba Fett is a bad guy by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, he's not a hero.
No, definitely not.
So
I think that's what he meant more by saying he's a bad guy. Like he's basically saying like there's bad guys and there's good guys.
Yeah.
The good guys are the heroes, the bad guys are the villains.
Right.
Boba Fett would probably fall on that villain side of the line if you were to draw the line in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
However, that's not. We're learning now through the Mandalorian and through the Bad Batch and through some of these other Star Wars shows
that there is a history.
There is no fine line. It is literally like there's no black and white. There is such like a gray area that it really doesn't matter. And so Captain Kreegs, what are your thoughts so far? Spoiler-free thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett.
I would say that it is a very I don't even know how to put it. It's a very refreshing change of pace, I think is how I would want to say it. I very much have enjoyed the first 2 episodes. But I think that it's very tough for me to put out a kind of like put my thoughts out there and have a lot of people be able to like think along the same lines, because like kind of all 3 of us, we have, I would say, a lot more and a lot more in-depth Star Wars knowledge than a lot of people. So we kind of interpret things differently, I think.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm enjoying the Book of Boba Fett for quite a few different reasons than a lot of people. Because I've really enjoyed the mind games that have kind of gone on a little bit.
Sure.
I've enjoyed I feel like there's a lot of unspoken not rules, but like unspoken almost feelings that you're supposed to be going through that I think a lot of people aren't going through because they don't know
Sure.
Some of the stuff. So like the last episode, I mean episode 2, it was an emotional roller coaster for me. Right. Just because of the events that happened. But I feel like there's probably a lot of people watching it that were like, wait, I don't get it. Kind of thing.
I'm sure, yeah.
So I don't know. It was I genuinely enjoy the show a lot. I think it's very entertaining. It's Star Wars, so it's a lot of fun for me. And I understand the laws of that universe, right?
Yeah.
Right. Whereas somebody might not, and they might not be enjoying the show. I could definitely see how somebody went into it basically with the Mandalorian in mind, and they're like, this show is awful. this show is so bad, The Mandalorian's so much better.
Yeah, it's definitely not The Mandalorian.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I I don't know if it's Disney that didn't like promote it the right way or something. I don't know what the cause of that is. But I've definitely talked to people that have said, dude, the Book of Boba Fett is so bad. I can't believe that it's as bad as it is because The Mandalorian was so good. You know, I've talked to a lot of people that have said it's terrible.
So I'll say this. The first episode, there were a few things about the first episode that I was like, I can't believe, like, this is really bad. Like, this is just, like, totally like a cheap Star Wars thing. Like, there's a couple things about the first episode where I was just like turned off. But there was a couple things about the first episode that I liked. And so then now episode 2, there's some things about the show that I really, really enjoy from a Star Wars universe perspective that I think are just really cool that they're teasing those things out. And episode 2 did not have anything that really kind of irked me from I'll just call it quality of show type or quality of story type thing. Sure. Like there was in the first episode. So, but definitely it's worth watching so far. And I'm definitely interested to see where, like, I think it's got a lot of potential, you know, from where we're at.
Yeah, I think that it's, you know, their recipe book for the Mandalorian seasons was kind of like start off at a you know, a brisk walk, and then, you know, 2 or 3, 4 episodes in, you're basically at a dead sprint.
Yeah. I think this,
you know, kind of thing, I think that that's probably going to be the story here too.
Yeah, and I do think too that that Boba Fett is going to be more for, like, I think people that are really deep Star Wars fans are going to like it better than people that are more casuals, just because there's some deep cuts and some like using the Marvel, you know, multiverse as a comparable. There's some Star Wars universe things that are going to be really cool, I think, in this Boba Fett that a lot of people aren't going to be like aware of. It's just not going to have as much impact on casuals, you know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think that it's going to separate the boys from the men, kind of, as far as Star Wars knowledge and background and the ability to take what you know and kind of apply it to what you're seeing on screen too. Yeah. You know, like the knowledge that I have has definitely allowed me to, you know, to interpret the show in a much different way, I think, than what a lot of people. And I'm not trying to sound braggy by any means. I'm just saying, like, I've talked to a lot of people that are like, this show's horrible. And then I ask them, be like, oh, well, what did you think about the Easter eggs here? Or what did you think about, you know, who do you think those characters are going to be representing or something like that? And they're like, why would I care? Those guys are insignificant. And it's like, well,
actually,
see, they are definitely not.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. I think that's, and that I think is the most endearing quality of the show to so far for me, is the fact that you're like I said, you're teasing out some things in the Star Wars universe that have been otherwise just kind of written off as insignificant.
Right. Yeah. Right. I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Well, I think that we can probably wrap up there. I don't have much else to say.
Yeah. I have a prediction.
It's been
okay.
I have a prediction to make.
Okay.
Going back to the sports betting.
Okay. All right.
And the fact that, you know, we're Packer homers, and I have my Packer toucan again. I'm making a prediction that the Packers will go as far into the playoffs as their special teams allow.
Yikes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
The Packers have
I
a
do
team.
have a.
They are good enough on offense and good enough on defense to win the Super Bowl, but they are not good enough on special teams. And we will see.
I would tend to agree with that.
We will see how far their special teams can get them. That's what it's going to come down to.
I do have a ticket. I do have a ticket in my wallet that is $20 on the Packers to win the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, what's it pay?
Yeah.
If they do.
I think 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
Are they favored?
Yeah,
They're the favorite.
They have pretty
right
good
now.
odds.
Yeah, they're the favorite right now. I think it's like
So
by
it's
like
not for
plus
me.
350.
It was made. I had to go and make the bet because young T. Frey couldn't go and bet on the Packers because it went against his moral code.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he was tasked to do so by his soon-to-be wife. So
Well, I mean, he could, I heard there's an opening on his team,
That's true. That's
coaching
true.
opening.
Couple of openings.
He could jump in there.
There's an
Couple.
office. There's an office opening there too, supposedly. Probably going to be a few office openings.
That'd be my guess, yeah.
yeah. So, but anyway,
Rough.
that's all we've got for you guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Later.
All right. I'm good.